Yo, I'm Bob, into Masters of the Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Going to be unboxing another action figure from the Masters of the Universe Origins Turtles of Grayskull line. This is Men-at-Arms, Weapons Master in a half shell. I would imagine he's wearing turtleized armor. Alright. Peeling the card back away. Trying to dispense with the backing here. Okay, put the mini comic aside. That's really cool. He's got the got the shell on his back. I can tell that from the back of the TV tray. TV tray? Spike going on 5 hours of sleep. Coffee deprived brain. Okay. The figure tray. Alright. They shouldn't have done this one today. I don't know. So yeah, the shells have those ridged textures, and when you feel the back of the figure tray, yeah, it's kind of a dead giveaway there. So it's pretty much Man-at-Arms with turtle shell attachments there. I think the front of the armor looks the same, and it looks like he might have Donnie's Donnie's staff, the same staff Donnie has, although the back of it, well, we'll get into that once I get him out of the figure tray and all that good stuff. Who has TV trays anymore? Well, I do, actually. Back in the blink of an eye. Alright, so here is Duncan out of the packaging, and he's got a bit of a different look to him. I love the helmet. I know it probably isn't designed this particular way, but the way that the metal of the helmet's kind of creased, you know, going all the way around the front of his face, and when we turn him around here to the back, it reminds me of the design of the Playmates Chrome Dome from the early 90s. It's not meant to remind me of that, I know. But I think it's the way that that the helmet feels. It's got this it's got all these creases. It's kind of ribbed in a way, like Chrome Dome's helmet was. And of course, when you turn Duncan around, he's wearing this metallic turtle shell on his back. He and Donatello have designed that. And I do believe that the armor on his left shoulder here and his left forearm, it's got more of a turtle design to it as well. I would imagine possibly the front of Duncan's armor does too. So when I was taking a look at his mace here, when he was in the package, I was thinking, okay, well, this is just the same weapon as Donatello, but no, there is a little hole in the bottom of this particular weapon. So if you have Duncan and Donnie, you can combine both maces. This is actually what I was thinking Donnie's weapon would look like. It's more, well, it's a huge double mace. You could, you know, give that to Duncan or Donnie. Maybe they could both hang on to it. But this thing is insane. I like the design of this thing. I'd wondered if we were going to get a combining weapon like this at some point. Not necessarily in the Turtles line, but it does make a lot of sense that these two would make their weapons to where they could combine together, because, you know, you've got Duncan and Donnie joining forces anyway, coming up with new interesting armor designs and weapon designs for everybody to use, since Donnie landed on Eternia. And yeah, that's a really fun design for either one of them to wield. Yeah, it makes me want to give him an 11 out of 10 because it's something I was not expecting when I opened him. I was like, oh well, this is just Donnie's weapon, and they gave it to Duncan. Oh no, not what they did at all. So yeah, if you want to, you can remove Duncan's shell shield from his back, and he can actually hold that. And well, he holds it better in his right hand than he does in his left. I can't seem to get it into his left hand, so I switched the hands there. He's got his mace in his left hand. That's a really cool shield. It's got a different texture than turtle shells. You know, their shells have a lot more ridges. They actually feel like turtle shells, whereas this one, well, to me, it feels smoother, like it's an actual metallic shield, which of course it is. I would have loved to have seen the turtles come with these types of shell shields. You know, like I said in another video, I like the toyeticness of the ability of them to remove their shells from their backs, but it just really looks painful. And it's their actual shells too. I would not say no to an accessory set, some kind of weapons pack for Turtles of Grayskull with 4 actual metallic shell shields just like this one, so you could actually equip your turtles with shell shields such as this. I mean, if you want, you can remove them. I mean, that's fine. I'm just not going to do it because it's to me it just seems so painful. And I know it. You know, they're fictional characters and all, but ugh, thinking about the meat underneath the shell there being exposed. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of Eternian magic. They're probably fine if they do it in the comics. I have no idea whether or not they do it in the comics. But I like I like the ability to plug in and unplug the shells anyway. I think it's a really cool design. I think I'd only do that with characters like Duncan though, and it is a really fun design for him. I think in terms of the shells so far, I like his quite a bit, as well as the shell that came with Splinter Skull for Metal Botto. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for Duncan here. I love the creativity that the toy designers are putting into the weapons, especially the fact that if you have Duncan and Donnie, you can combine those 2 maces into one mega mace or whatever the heck it's called, a double mace. I don't know how in the world they're going to wield that. I guess that, you know, if Krang grows, they could hopefully do some damage to him. Maybe to characters like Slacko or Mousejaw, which I need to open pretty soon. I've been focusing on the good guys, so we'll get to them. All right, so yeah, 10 out of 10 for Turtles of Grayskull Man-at-Arms. I think he came out really well. Just love the helmet, love the shell design, love the double mace that you can combine with Donnie there, so you can make the double mace. 10 out of 10 for him. And until next time.